Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube, on the Twitch, and wherever you get your audio podcasts worldwide. I am joined by Alicia tonight. Alicia, how you doing?
I'm good.
On IPWF night.
I'm happy to be here. I really do like the IPWF shows. They're really fun.
I love them. I think not everybody, because we know there's a vocal part of the fan base that's out there that maybe isn't mainly on the interwebs. But you saw the live crowd, a lot of the community, the Discord. There were a lot of people pumped up tonight, and I'm glad to say, speaking of the Discord, the TNI fam, you've seen him before here. You've seen him in Chicago at all the shows, and he's joining us here tonight on the review of the IPWF. Let's welcome in Justin.
Hello.
How you doing, Justin?
Hey, fam.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us again.
Yep,
on this IPWF. And I guess, first of all, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Same to you, Alicia, because I know last was the Thanksgiving episode, so that was a solo show for myself. But I enjoyed everyone that joined us. Justin, I remember seeing you here as well in the chat and everything, and everybody that joined us. But it's a Thanksgiving show. We realized not a lot of people were tuning in last week. But now with the IPWF, as we're getting into the end of the year, a little different, but it is tradition at Impact Wrestling now to get this IPWF, get a little 1985 in our lives, and we love it. But Justin, I just asked Alicia, what were your thinking with IPWF? Are you a fan of the IPWF? Were you glad to see it back?
I am. Yeah, it's a nice little change of pace, especially for the talent and for everybody involved. They get to play different characters than they usually are throughout the entire year, and it's not to be taken seriously. You know, it's just a fun show. You know, that's what it is. It's what wrestling is. It's supposed to be fun, entertainment. You know, so I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and I can definitely. My sources tell me, my ancestors that may have attended these shows, that everybody there enjoys it. That you can just tell, like there's like a buzz, like people get really excited for this, to do this show. And that's everybody. That's the crew, the wrestlers. That's everybody. And you see even the fans take part in it, and really go with the theme, which is something you don't see as much in wrestling, because everybody is smart to the business. They don't want to get in. You gotta welcome it in. You got to enjoy it. It's like you don't go to a movie and be like, that's a special effect, I don't like that. No, like same thing. Like you go to the circus, you have to suspend some disbelief in this. And that's what IPWF is. And for all the smart marks and the people that just want their 5-star matches and work rates, that's not for you. This isn't a show for you, probably.
This is a show for people who want to have fun.
Yes, this is fun.
Yes, exactly.
You like to have a little giggle.
Yeah, so but if that's what you're here for, you're going to have a good time. And that's what this is. So we'll get into the IPWF, but we'll go over a little news to start. Not a ton of breaking news lately. Mainly matches for Impact Wrestling for the last Impact Wrestling before the TNA change at Hard to Kill, with Final Resolution right around the corner, coming up December 9th. But before we get over that, I do have to thank we do have some tips here, and we definitely thank everybody. And let me start out with Punk Trace, with the came in to say hello, no coach clip or any clip. No clips.
Good man there.
Going to come in and drop a tip every once in a while. $5. Thank you, Punk Tracy.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you, Punk.
And then I see some bits here from Rayline. Thank you as always. Team Twitch in the house. Never forget you, Team Twitch. And because of that, we know Punk didn't want one, but
Impact Wrestling!
Or is that Giuseppe Senior? I don't know. Well, but we'll get into some details because there's definitely an angle I want to go into as we get later into this, because there was a tease of something in this show, and I need more information on it. It was too hot for TV, but we'll get into that. So obviously, and let's just I know J-Bone obviously not here tonight, but I know he's busy with a lot of stuff going on, so he's taking the night off. But I think we'll be seeing him next week. So until then, we'll see you later, J-Bone. But yes, take care of things, and we'll see you soon, brother. But news-wise, so we got Final Resolution coming up on the 9th. We did have some additional matches announced for it, and some that might be surprising to some people. But we do get a... Hold on, let me bring it up here, the latest, just to make sure there hasn't been anything else added that I'm even unaware of. So we do, well, they made official because we knew we were getting it, but they never officially announced it. We're getting the Rhino versus Moose match that was teased previously, but we actually are getting that. And we already had the match with the main event, the Motor City Machine Guns versus Josh Alexander, Zack Sabre Jr. But now we also have we had the digital media title match announced. Tommy Dreamer versus Diener, defending against Diener. Jake Something versus Jason Hotch. Sheldon Jean versus Frankie Kazarian.
Okay.
Mike Bailey versus Trey Miguel. We've seen that was a banger previously.
You can't put Speedball in a match and it'd be bad. Come on.
Yeah. A tag title
Trey too.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong. Tag titles on the line as the ABC defends against interesting tag team mix here. Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards teaming up. And then tag match here with the ladies, the knockouts. Trinity and Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo and her off again, on again, off again tag partner, Giselle Shaw. So starting to build up. So that gives us 8 matches. So we're pretty close to a full card right now for Final Resolution. Maybe one more, maybe a battle royale or something, but we'll see. That's my guess is they squeeze in one more thing for this show, but pretty close to a done deal. Which, well, it's getting pretty close here. We're talking just a little over, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So we're right there. So that should be something pretty fun to see. But yeah, the final impact. We'll see. I know some people were maybe expecting. I don't know what to expect. Because I think some people are expecting it to be like this real big blowout of Impact at the end. I think what you're really going to get is that Hard to Kill and those tapings are going to be the rebrand of TNA. That's going to be the big unveiling, shall we say. But anything, Justin, any thoughts on anything you saw on the Final Resolution in these matches? Anything that stands out to you that you're like, oh, that's something I'm interested in, or I'm looking forward to that?
Well, the entire card itself isn't bad. Definitely looking forward to the main event for sure. But yeah, no, everything so far really isn't going to be a terrible match. So we'll have to see how it builds and what happens at the show to help to lead towards Hard to Kill, and see what happens, how the build is going to work to that. So yeah.
And now, Alicia, anything from you standing out? Anything you're looking forward to? My guess is based on your reaction. Yeah, I know that Trey Miguel Mike Bailey rematch is looking pretty good.
I'm always going to look forward to that kind of match. Yeah. The whole card just seems legit, and so I'm just excited to see the show, see how everything pans out.
No doubt. That's some good stuff coming up. So definitely stay tuned. I know with the news, like the only thing that really happened mainly for Impact, because they obviously did the Mexico show with AAA this past weekend, and it seems like I don't know how it's going to come together, but we should expect to see some of that probably next Thursday, it seems like. So we'll see how that all comes together. We'll probably see something on the socials in the next day or two, maybe announcing some of the matches. I don't know if they're going to air maybe a couple matches in their entirety, clips. That's maybe what they've done with the multiverse shows, something like that, I'm guessing. But we'll have to tune in to find out. I know last week they had the survey. I still believe it's out there for the end of year awards, which we know that will be a show. Sometimes it's been 2 shows. I have a feeling it'll be 1 show. But we'll kind of that's another thing that's on the horizon. So definitely take a look at that. But anybody in the chat, feel free if there's any other news or topics you want to bring up as we're going through the IPWF show. Feel free to drop a comment in there, and while you're doing it, hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, because that helps. But now we're getting to the review. It's the November 30th edition of Impact Wrestling, but it's not. It's the 1985 edition of IPWF on Access TV and the Impact YouTube Ultimate Insiders. But here we go. We're going in. It's 1985. Back to the Futures. Hot in the theaters. Hall and Oates is not even. They're wrestling here and not a band. Well, they are a band, but they're not as cool as these guys. But and who would ever thought they'd be suing each other today? But that's how things go. So we start out with one of the originals in the IPWF, Rapid Delivery Pete against Kamikazi. And what does the group want to do with this? Does the group want to get it? Are we breaking character tonight? Should we mention who the Impact talents are?
I don't know what it was, but if you throw a mask on someone, I don't know who they are.
Well, I'll tell you this. Wow. Just to bring up the card we were talking before the show, because I wasn't sure if Impact had it yet, just to have the litany, like making sure getting their IPWF names right. I already saw one of the major dirt sheets got that guy wrong already.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, a mask is a hard thing to... But
a lot of people got this one wrong, because I think we all know Rapid Delivery Pete is the
obviously. The best pizza man in the business.
I think Kamikazi confused a lot of people because of the gimmick. Because I think people are defaulting to a certain guy, and it ain't that guy.
It's the bare feet, isn't it?
It's the bare feet, but it's not who you think of with the bare feet. Because Mike Bailey, not the right size to be Mike Bailey.
No.
But it's a kind of a ninja gimmick, bare feet. But there was a tell if you looked at the fingers.
I didn't. I was looking at the hair.
Well, that would be another thing. But
I don't know who it is, though.
we've seen him in Impact Wrestling recently, and I think he's doing more and more backstage. And he just got married.
I don't know these people's personal lives.
All right, it is delirious.
Oh, yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Well, because you don't see him like all the time, and he hasn't been on Impact as much recently, I think most people would not think of that. But he's been.
I was going to say it was the Sauce Wizard, Sami Zayn, but he doesn't work backstage.
That's not a bad guess either.
No, that's not.
But Alex Zane, right? Alex.
Yeah.
Mr. Taco.
Yeah, Mr. Taco.
I think he said Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Well, it's the same.
It's close enough.
Potato, tomato. It's irrelevant.
But these two had a good opening contest, getting the crowd into it. Come on. Pizza time. We want pizza. All kinds of great pizza fans.
The best way to start a show is with some pizza. And it made me actually want to order pizza. I didn't, though. I resisted.
Yep, definitely.
And
I just ate too. I just ate dinner too, and I was like, "Ooh, pizza!"
I could go for some za. There's always time for that.
Like when you're watching food on TV, it does make you go, "I want that." Some za would be good right now.
Za is good in the morning, the evening, in between.
Time for za. Some would say it's always time for pasta.
You know what, though? If pasta don't hit the same way pizza does, so you can't put them in the same level.
I agree with that. Pizza is it can go any way.
Pizza is like sex, is that even when it's bad, it's kind of good.
Endorsed by TNI.
Wait for those sponsorships. Domino's, Pizza Hut, call me.
There you go. So, but not good opener there. Good opener. And then we get Giuseppe Scovelli, the coach, Scott D'Amore, that doing a little promo that he pretty much came up with mixed martial arts, which was good to see. You love to hear it. Then we get a new member of the IPWF that we haven't seen previously, Boris Alexiev, otherwise known as Santino Marella, talking about his match against Tim Burr, the legend, or Josh Alexander. He did not care about Tim Burr and his well-being. If he dies, he dies. And now, Alicia, I know me and Justin are going to get this reference, but I don't know if you're a big Rocky IV fan.
Yes.
Okay,
I don't know the guy's name. I'm not a watcher of it, but you can't know pop culture and not know that line. He dies.
I wasn't sure. I figured it, but I make assumptions sometimes that people know these references more than me. I know that Trent and a lot of the others know that too, because we tend to quote that very often. It's a great line. If he dies, he dies. Poor Apollo.
Right, is Lars not Ulrich. It's the drummer from Metallica. Aldrin. Right?
I think he had it right. Is that Lars Ulrich, right? Isn't it Ulrich?
No, Lars Ulrich is the drummer for Metallica.
Wait, the drummer for what band are you going? What drummer do you want to know? There's more than one Lars?
No, the guy who says that line from Rocky is Lars Ulrich, right?
Oh, no. It's Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph tomato. Dolph Ziggler. Who cares? It's irrelevant. This is an Impact show.
It's an IPWF show tonight.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Tomato.
All right, then we get back a guest on this show, and I'll say he's aged well because we've had him on the show, but he looks just as good now as he did back then, and that is the Iceman, George Iceman, interviewing DJ Too Large, one of my favorites, otherwise known as Moose in some circles, being interrupted by the 300. It's gone up. The $369,000 man. Don't call him R.D. Evans.
That's basically a billionaire in 1985, right?
Might as well be. But like, so he comes out saying he wants to buy the title from Moose, the IPWF television, the provincial television title, and he wants to offer him $10,000, the life-changing amount of $10,000, which is a whole lot of money.
Well,
1985 money.
Yeah, it's billionaire money.
So, but no DJ, no. He does not. So then he's like, well, he's going to take the belt. And he brings out his newest protege, the Masked Brother. The Masked Brother.
The Rivera jacket.
In the Rivera Steakhouse of Japan jacket. So you know he's legit with that.
Hey, if he's got the jacket, he's a wrestler.
You don't just get a jacket. Yeah. You earn the jacket.
How do you earn the jacket though? Like, do you have to do like a steak challenge?
No. It's you have to be, well, this is how it used to be in and somewhat later. Now I don't think it's like it used to be.
Now you can just buy them.
Like a revered wrestler going there to Japan, like recognized by them. Okay. And they're like, oh, professional wrestler? We know
Here's
you.
A jacket.
You get a jacket. Yeah.
It's like members only.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
But yeah, the Masked Brother, and I'll say this, as he does the promos and all later and stuff, Frankie Kazarian.
That's who that was?
Yeah.
Yes.
It took me a while to recognize him first myself.
It was tough. That was my toughest pull of the night. Like, I didn't get it until, because, like,
serotonin.
Because they did that whole segment on the other side from my distant relatives. And so he wasn't that close. But not until then he keep like the match with him. Then it's like, oh yeah, that's Frank. But it was that was a tough one. Like he did a good job. It was he changed his whole persona with that.
Yeah.
He definitely went with a new character, which is very cool. But
I never would have guessed.
We're gonna get the match though for the title later tonight. DJ Too Large, Masked Brother. Bam. All right, backstage, another one of my favorites, Walter Chesnut. He might be in the chat as we speak, Walter Chesnut. Otherwise known
the 5 o'clock shadow. He did a really good job.
Yes, he did.
He knocked it out of the park tonight. He knocked it out of the park. And he's with Neptune, who we've seen previously in the IPWF as well as Walter Chesnut when they had his promotion against IPWF last time. And it's but Neptune, otherwise known as Shira. You keep these characters. I'll tell you. I know that's probably said half seriously. However, like in that promo that we'll go right now, the promo we're going over right now, Shira as his IPWF character there, right? Neptune. The intimidating look with Penzer or as Walter Chesnut or someone in front of him giving that promo as he just looks like a mean SOB behind them. That's a great character.
Yeah. The Trident was very intimidating.
Well, yeah, like now obviously maybe not a
Trident.
He's
a merman.
Some like weapon as someone's like behind him. That would be a great look for Shira. I take some stuff from the
like Aquaman.
Like
the Trident, give him a net, like catch people with it. Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, now Paul wants to know, where was it taped? Oh, it was taped in the one and only. You may have heard it from. Oh, yeah, I did not mention. We had obviously Giuseppe Scovelli Jr. and IQ, otherwise known as our world champion, Alex Shelley, on commentary. But IQ did say they're in Mississauga Gardens in Mississauga, Canada, outside of Toronto.
Okay.
Some people later say other towns to get under the skin there, but it is Mississauga.
That's cool.
Not too far from Toronto. But good promo here. Definitely knocking it out of the park. Where they're gonna beat Frank the Butcher, because that's what we have coming up. Then we go back to the other. We go to the other with Frank the Butcher, otherwise known as Rhino. Chop. With Giuseppe Senior, and he's going to make mincemeat out of Neptune tonight. And we've seen it; it gets violent with Frank the Butcher. A lot of blood. So we'll see what happens. We go backstage, and we get Red Letter, new character here. Who just made their debut. They show footage of, and this is Jody Threat, but Red Letter winning a match previously on the previous week of IPWF
against Lady Bird Johnson.
Original member of the Rough Riders. The Tunnel of Love. And we get some references later to the Rough Riders during the match with Georgia Cobb, but there's a history there. But nice little segment here with the Iceman, because talking about Red Letter, and then we get Rapid Delivery Pete going, like she's going to call herself Rapid Delivery Red Letter. So there comes Pete. He's like, you can't call yourself that. I'm Rapid Delivery Pete. I'm Rapid Delivery. And then I was like, I've been here for like 5 years. And then Iceman, like, because then he storms out, Rapid Delivery Pete. And Iceman goes, I don't know this guy. Who's this guy? So Iceman acting like you don't even know Pete. Pete gets no respect.
And that's disrespect for the man who brought the pizza, okay? That's a hero. That's a national hero.
Yeah, he's an American hero and a Canadian hero. He's a hero everywhere. But
international hero.
That Iceman, I don't know what he was doing there. That's before he was getting the scoops, before he was getting the intel. So, now here's the stipulation. We got the match. If Neptune loses, he and Walter Chesnut become janitors. They still got jobs in the IPWF, but if they lose, they become janitors. So Frank the Butcher versus Neptune. And it went about the way you thought it was going to work.
Traded that trident for a mop.
Yes. So Frank the Butcher, way over with the crowd, gets the win here. Chesnut, he tried on the outside a few times to influence this match, but it didn't happen. So now we got the new janitor crew, Neptune and Walter Chesnut. And now, once again, great job. Walter Chesnut killing it tonight on the IPWF, even as a janitor. So, and we get, before the commercial break, video package with like the Tron of the hard workers. And the song, it might be one of the best songs. Not since the Wrestle House theme song has there been a tune as addictive as the Hard Workers theme song. It's great.
It's good shit.
Yep.
No, everyone dance like this.
To do that dance.
But we got that team of Hall and Oats, or Oats and Hall, as they like to say, going against one of my favorite teams as well, the Sunday Morning Express. As a former newspaper man, I can't help but love the Sunday Morning Express, with the editor-in-chief, Chris Sabin, and the paper boy, Jack Price. What a team. What a team. But I don't know about the rest of you guys. Upset City in this one. Sunday Morning Express gets the win over the hard workers. Shocking, the Mississauga crowd. There may have been some shenanigans.
There's definitely shenanigans.
Just a little bit.
When you get people into a submission move and you make them read the paper.
Oh, was that an all-timer?
That's not gonna work out for you.
Chris Sabin he's just a joy. He's a joy to us.
He's a treat. Just a delight.
You don't get better than that.
No.
You using a newspaper in a match, it's too much fun. And now,
you can't have that gimmick and not have newspapers.
Now, I know we do have some younger listeners and viewers. Kid show. And I wish Critical Sting was here, but I think he said he wasn't going to at least be here live unless he's lurking. But does Critical Sting even know what a newspaper is?
They still make newspapers. That's not obsolete. So I would be worried.
These youngins.
There's a part of these. Well, depends on how young, but how young you got to be to not know the newspaper.
I don't have trust.
I used to deliver newspapers.
Oh,
that was like my first job. Yeah, well, yeah. After school, it's fucking riding and throwing newspapers. I'm a little paper route.
That's probably, I dare say, Paperboy, the game, for all those aficionados, because that was an early NES, but that was off the arcade game, which was definitely in arcades at this time. So, break those windows. We don't condone breaking windows, but you did in the game. So, after this match, we get backstage. Rip Razor and Rusty Iron making fun of that young go-getter Tommy Dreamer and his hair.
Making fun of the rookie.
Rookie Dreamer.
I love that Gia committed to this role so hard that she even had the smoker's voice.
Yeah.
She did.
Like she's been in the casinos for 30 years.
And I have to go back.
Just hopping.
Over the last year or so, the year and a half of IPWF shows, it's gotten progressively worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They go next year and she'll be almost unintelligible.
Coughing. She'll just cough out puffs of smoke.
Take me to the casino.
Don't forget my Pall Malls, my Virginia Slims, 100s. White filter because the brown ones make the ashtray look dirty.
Now, these two you're right. The commitment by these two, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
If we'll go over it at the end of the show, but we'll give our kind of because we don't care about matches and work rate tonight. We care about characters.
Yeah.
And we're going to give our best character work ratings of the night. Who did the best tonight? And I already think we got a few leading contenders based on what we're seeing already. But no, that was definitely some good stuff there. So then, Tommy Dreamer, 1985, is we follow that up with him meeting Red Letter. So Red Letter is getting some more promo time. That he had done something to Rip Razor's bag, and before you ask, it was not who you think it is.
You guys swing?
No, the champ, one of the champs in the IPWF, he did not do it, although we know he has a history of such things. But there was some old defecation in a bag. The rookie doing the deed in the bag, as they say, thinking it was Rip Razor's, but we find out it was not Rip Razor's bag.
Oh, certainly not.
No.
It was that Brian Bone Crunchins bag. And he did not. He opened it up, and it caused a little projectile vomiting incident.
Definitely was not expecting that.
Well, you gotta remember, it's the 80s. Garbage pail kids. It's the gross out factor of the 1980s.
Yeah, true. Although I gotta say, the guy who got puked on definitely licked it. He was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Ah!" I don't know if y'all.
Are you saying the lifeguard licked it?
The lifeguard licked the vomit.
The lifeguard, otherwise known as Sheldon G.
It's real slick with it. Like he was like stunned, and then he went and then he freaked out more. It's like he almost like he couldn't believe that it just happened, so he had to like see it for himself, and he was like, "No."
It's like, was that on the Tim Hortons menu at lunch?
Oh boy, Tibby Young.
But you know, they could get a water chestnut and Neptune to clean that up, because that's because we get Scovelli in there. He's gonna get that cleaned up, but he's gonna find out who did that in the bag. But now we get the match. Now, this same match, we find out later, caused another whole show to be banned from TV because it was intergender. We get an intergender tag match. Cowboy Colt McCoy, IPWF original, Eddie Edwards, and Georgia Cobb, original Rough Rider, Jordan Grace, against Rip Razor and Rusty Iron, Ace Austin and Gia Miller. And this one, very fun tag match. But Alicia, I need your early thoughts on what you saw from this, from the early blade shown by Mr. Razor, and then Gia's antics throughout this match, or Rusty Iron.
I don't know if I have any extravagant commentary about it, other than this was really fun to watch, and I appreciated Georgia Cobb getting her own cowboy hat and taking old what's his name? Western Willie.
Colt McCoy?
Oh yeah, okay, there we go. For a little piggyback ride. I don't know. I think these four got wild and really played up to it. I don't know. It was just really fun.
It was fun. Justin, what did you think about this one? Because this was the first match announced for this show. So this was like one of their featured bouts.
It was good. it was really good, really funny. Yeah. I like the spot right after Cobb got the hat, and they picked her, that they switched up and did the one move where they were twisted, and then they did the face plants into the mat.
Oh,
multiple times. Yeah.
No, they have some good fun with this. And that's what some people in there, they want Rusty wrestling more. That might be a sign of maybe somebody that's been working at their wrestling craft, maybe getting more of a shot going forward. So
yeah, she did look great. She did.
So
it wasn't just the outfit.
No.
Or lack thereof.
It seems like the outfit got attention, which that's part of it. You definitely want to, but I think then you pay attention to in the ring and get impressed by that as well. So
they did it years ago, but I want Gia and Ace to dress up like Gambit and Rogue again.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if you guys ever saw those pictures, but
I did see that.
Let's make it happen.
Make
TNA.
All right, we go backstage, and this is up there with my promo of the night. The Masked Brother cuts a promo backstage ahead of his match with DJ Too Large, and he's spitting in the cup. He's it's classic. But it's such an old school like Stan Hansen promo. One of my favorites. He's talking about playing Bruiser Brody in cards. It's good stuff. That he's been all around the world doing this. Very entertaining. So great promo. And then it's followed by the thing I mentioned
Do you mind? Certainly not.
But it's the commercial from Scovelli Home Video for the VHS or Betamax, brand new Betamax, of Dishonorable Discharge, which, for those that don't know, is the infamous IPWF midnight show done in Texas. Now, a year and a half ago, I guess, almost. So that's the infamous show that has still not seen the light of day. This is the first we've seen any clips from it.
Yeah.
Good job, Q.
So it exists. It lives. But I'm almost thinking, could this be the tease before we actually see it? And now they'll kind of be Dishonorable Discharge now on Impact TV or on the app or something. But or make it on a VHS. I will buy that VHS.
There you go.
Scovelli.
You got a VCR?
I have one somewhere. I think I actually still have 2 VCRs. I had one that I actually still had like normal functioning up until a couple years ago, because it was a dual VHS DVD. So I still had that, even though I rarely used the VHS portion. And I still have a VHS, my solo VHS, but those aren't in the current rotation. I'd have to hook them back up again. But I would do it for Dishonorable Discharge. And I do have it because Impact's been doing this stuff where they occasionally release VHS tapes. So I may do that again.
It's coming back like vinyl records.
Yes, vinyl. Bring it back. So we go to there. We get the match. The IPWF International Commonwealth Television Championship match. The Masked Brother, Frankie Kazarian, with the $369,000 man, Artie Evans, versus DJ Too Large Moose for the title. And shenanigans galore in this match. All over the place. You get, all of a sudden, you get Walter Chesnut, and they're just mopping in the middle of nowhere for no reason. All kinds of weapons start showing up. The Masked Brother has a weapon here, weapon there, weapon everywhere. But in the end, one of them does cost DJ Too Large, and he winds up eating the pin here. And we get a new IPWF Provincial Commonwealth Television Champion. History was made in 1985. But the Masked Brother now holds the belt. With all kinds of history. From Julian Cumberbund to Downtown Daddy Brown. Now it is his. But that's not our main event.
No, surprisingly.
Sir. No, sir. We got the Fall Mall Tournament Final. It is Tim Burr, otherwise known as Josh Alexander, going against that Boris Alexiev. He's not the Colonel anymore. He's the Comrade Corn, otherwise known as Johnny Bravo, or Alpha Bravo.
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, he looked a little familiar. But in a barn burner of a match, we get, because it's all over the ring, around the ring, we do get a big win here from Tim Burr. He's gonna go back. He's got to bring the pride of Canada back to the mill, where he's going to chop some things down, I'm sure. But you get the same thing. And this is like the IPWF. You got to end with it, where you get the big face victory. Everybody from the back comes out. You get the guy on the shoulders. It's how it's meant to be. Great way to close it. But great main event. Justin, thoughts on, like, well, we can even go now with what stood out for you? Who was maybe your MVPs of the night?
Well, in terms of character, you can't go wrong with Rip Razor and Rusty Irons. I think they were the best ones of the night in terms of character, for sure, for me. The few, I mean, like you were saying earlier, the crowd really was getting into it and everything. You had the weird chants, like for Josh, it was walking timber or walking lumber instead of walking weapon. And then with Jake something, it was get hard, get hard. I can't forget about the death of McGee. Yeah,
I was gonna say,
didn't
did he commit murder?
Well, murder's okay. The IPWF.
Well,
it happens.
But you did forget say who was Giuseppe Jr.'s broadcast partner this go around.
Well, it's IQ.
Yeah.
IQ. The great Alex Shelley, our world champion.
Which did a good job on commentary tonight.
He was the foil for that Giuseppe Jr. How about for you, Alicia? Who was your standout of the night?
Night? I'm going to say, because I can't remember the names, I'm going to say Gia and
all right, so
Ace.
So right now, it seems like G and Ace or Rip and Rusty.
They're just so committed with their fake cigarette. We need some hairspray involved in that.
I feel like Gia Rusty in her first time.
Rusty nails, right?
I believe she did use hairspray originally. I feel like
I don't remember. But that's fun.
Or it was, if not her, it was another character. But I feel someone did utilize hairspray in their gimmick previously. But I'd have to remember.
It's genius and appropriate for 1985.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your hair didn't feel like a helmet,
something's missing. It's not.
Something's wrong.
But since you guys both said, like, I obviously full agreement with Ace and Gia. They were top notch on this. I thought our guy David Penzer, Walter Chesnut.
Him, yeah, that was good.
I gotta give it to Kaz, Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah,
I thought the Masked Brother was excellent. I was not expecting that, and that promo I thought was fantastic. That's kind of you have a few good opportunities, and that's one of them. And a guy that doesn't maybe get the credit that he should a lot of the time, but full commitment to his gimmick, Cody Deaner.
Yeah, I'm glad to see
like with the dance throughout the whole match, like the pure cardio he went through is an amazing.
That's commitment.
Because he just wasn't. He never was. He was nonstop the whole time.
I miss Silly Deaner.
Yeah, Silly Deaner is fun. He's a fun thing to watch.
Yeah.
But once again, I think everybody did a great job. And special shout out to the ring announcer. Great job by tonight he was what was he tonight? Tom Stevenson? Was that his name tonight?
Tom Collins.
But Jeff who some people may know as like the merch guy and all at the Impact shows, but he did a great job as the ring announcer tonight. So kudos to once again everybody, but just a couple that stood out. Excellent work tonight. The IPWF, one of the very fun events of the year. We enjoy it. I think a lot of people here enjoy it. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed hearing about it, talking about it. But Justin, as our guest tonight, any final thoughts as either on the IPWF, anything going on in Impact as we head to TNA and Hard to Kill? Got that?
Right. Yep. Right there. No, not really. I mean, like I said, I'm getting excited for everything that's coming up and just trying to figure out, how everything's gonna roll from for the next 6 weeks, and we'll see how it ends up. One thing too, I do want to mention too, those matches that they showed from the previous week are available as digital matches online too. They did have links to see those matches.
Right to the Impact website, right? They're directly on the Impact website. So definitely check those out. Those were all like kind of obviously pre-matches on the show, but they acted as the previous week, and now they all are as well on there. So hey, if they slip out that whole event from a year and a half ago next, that's what I'm waiting for. I want my dishonorable discharge. Scovelli home video. I'm ready. Put it on the store.
$39.99.
$39.99. I saw no phone number. Come on. I was gonna call it. 12 to 82 weeks for processing. So, but hopefully one day soon. So that's like I said. So next week we're probably going to be looking at a show with the AAA versus Impact matches. But my guess is by tomorrow we'll start hearing more about that. So until then, that's about it. Alicia, any final thoughts from you before we check off tonight?
Just it was really great and fun, and this is the point of wrestling is we get to sometimes just not focus on 5, 10-star, 100-star matches and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Be silly gooses.
Well, that's the point, because I know there's a lot of there's always news happening, and there's always
too
drama.
much pressure.
Yeah, we don't want that. We want fun.
Too much drama.
Yeah,
drama. That's for Degrassi, which is in Canada as well, but not.
Yeah, we don't go there here.
We don't go there.
We're not like Degrassi. We don't go there.
See, right now, J-Bone, there's not all these references he's not getting. Although I will say this, I happened to be at a thrift store, and I was like, this was a couple weeks ago, and I go through like kind of the DVDs and the videos and stuff, and I notice a copy of E.T. there. I nearly bought it just to send it to J-Bone. Some physical media for J-Bone.
I could see him using it as a coaster.
That's what I think would happen. I feel like he would not use it. But
it's like, oh, well, I got it. I could watch it, but I could also put a drink on that. It could hold my energy drinks.
Yes. The old energy drinks. But
I think he's scared.
That was, I think he's scared. But that is the IPWF review for November 30th, 2023. Once again, Justin, thanks for joining us tonight on TNI, the TNI Fab representing. We appreciate it. Hopefully, Impact, or now TNA, makes their way out to your neck of the woods, the Midwest there. And we'll see you at a show again in the near future. But until then, obviously, I'm sure we'll see you in the Discord and hopefully see you back here on the show in the near future. Alicia, we'll see you next week, and hopefully with J-Bode, and just to throw it out there, because I may or may not have talked to another member of the crew, but it is December coming up for us, Alicia, in less than an hour. And that's usually when at least some of us do the marathon, stream. So that could be on the horizon again in the next few weeks. We would just have to find, once again, a time that could possibly work for people that could jump in and out, whatever. But that is possibly on the TNI, because that's a tradition of some kind of extended stream where everything's on the board. We had a little bit of that last week when I brought a little of the after dark, but it became more family dinner format came back into play. So that could be on the horizon too. So get on the Discord, get on our socials, let us know. Hey, definitely do if you've seen it before, if you want it back, let us know. Because you need for something like that, we need participation. We need people in the chat. We need people contributing, because if it's just us kind of twiddling our thumbs, that ain't fun for anybody. So definitely we want you guys to be a part of it. So let us know that if you guys want it, when you want it, and we'll see what happens. But that's it for tonight. Thanks once again, Alicia and Justin. Everybody in the chat, if you didn't yet, please hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And to all the people that were not here with us tonight, hopefully you catch us on a replay, and feel free to leave comments there. Let us know what you liked about the IPWF. Let Impact know you like the IPWF and you want it to come back again next year, because that's the only way you'll continue to get it, is saying that you want it, because it seems like the people that are vocally more against it are the ones that speak up more. So if you like it, make sure you tell people that you do like it, because I'm sure they'll appreciate that as well. But until next time, thanks again for watching the TNI show. We'll see you guys all again next week. Same TNI channel, same TNI time. Good night.
Well met.